What is going on, everybody? New York Sports up here, back at it with another New York Yankees post-game recap. As the New York Yankees, unfortunately, lost last night 6-3 to the Tampa Bay Rays. They lose their first game of the season at Yankee Stadium, and they are now 1-4 on the year against the Tampa Bay Rays. And before I dive into this game, sorry to you guys, I couldn't get the video out last night. I was really tired. I had a long school day yesterday, so I could not get the video out to you guys last night. But I'll get the video out to you guys today. And we're about a couple hours away from the game between the Yankees and the Rays, the second game out of this three-game series, as Garrett Cole takes the hill against Tyler Glasnow, and the game starts at 7:05 for his pitch. I'll make sure to stay tuned for my reaction after the game between the Yankees and the Rays as they look to even up this series at Yankee Stadium and win their and they look to start a new winning streak against the Tampa Bay Rays. But let's dive into this game. Masahiro Tanaka was on the hill, and he really struggled. Goes, I think, 5 innings, or like 5 1/3, gives up 6 runs. He was really bad. And Tanaka has a really good track record against the Tampa Bay Rays. In his career, he has dominated the Tampa Bay Rays, and he had a really rough outing. Pretty much all of his pitches were barreled up. He didn't have a put away pitch at all tonight. Gave up a lot of home runs. Gave up a 3-run home run to Brandon Lowe, home run to Austin Meadows in the 5th inning. Tanaka really didn't have his best stuff tonight. He probably had his worst start of the season, and I was really shocked to see Tanaka pitch badly against the Rays, because he's always dominated the Rays throughout his career, and he really struggled against this Rays lineup last night. Really bad job by Tanaka, and the pitching really wasn't great tonight at all. But the bullpen does a really good job. How about Nick Nelson? He goes 2 innings. He looked really good. I don't even think he gave up a hit. I think he might have walked a batter, but he did not give up a hit. Didn't give up a run. Fantastic outing by Nick Nelson. Then Luis Cessa went a couple innings. He does his job. A really good job by the bullpen. Tanaka does give us a decent amount of length. At least he didn't go like 3 innings. But I mean, he still gave up 6 runs. I mean, it's hard to win ball games when your pitchers are giving up 6 runs. Tanaka really struggled. Pretty much all of his pitches were getting barreled up. All of his pitches were getting hit hard. Tanaka didn't really have his best stuff at all last night. He really struggled. He definitely had his worst start of the season so far. But once again, it's only one bad start. It's only one bad start to the year, and let's hope Tanaka can bounce back in his next start. Most likely, his next start will be against the Mets. Let's hope Tanaka can bounce back in that outing. But yeah, really rough start by Tanaka. He earns the loss in this ball game. But the bullpen does a good job. We didn't have to use any of our top guys. We only had to use Nick Nelson and Luis Cessa. Nick Nelson was recently called up from AAA, and Luis Cessa has only made a couple outings this year. Luis Cessa has looked really good in his couple outings that he's had. Luis Cessa has done a really good job ever since he's come back from COVID-19. Cessa's done a really good job. But the story of this game was the offense. The offense left a lot of guys on base. They had that big chance in the 7th inning, bases loaded, 1 out. It was a 6-3 ball game. They had the bases loaded with 1 out against Castillo, who hasn't given up a run all year, but the Yankees still should have scored in that chance. If you have bases loaded and 1 out, you should score every single time. But the Yankees did not get the job done. Luke Voit strikes out on a really tough pitch on that slider that just dropped into the bottom of the strike zone. Luke Voit goes down looking. Really tough pitch there. To Luke Voit. Castillo made a good pitch there, and then Urshela grounded out weakly to third base, and that ended the inning. So the Yankees had a big chance in that 7th inning to make a comeback, and they couldn't get the job done. But the Yankees did score 3 runs in this ballgame. Gary Sanchez hits a home run in the 4th inning off Blake Snell, and then I believe in the 5th inning, Luke Voit is a 2-run shot. So they did end up getting 3 runs off Snell. I still thought Snell did a good job. I still thought the Yankees had a tough time hitting him. They did score 3 runs, but I still thought the Yankees had a really tough time hitting Snell. Snell's a good pitcher, so you can't really blame the Yankees for that. Snell's really good, and the Yankees had a really tough time hitting him. They only got 3 runs off him. They got the 2-run home run by Luke Voit and the solo home run by Gary Sanchez. That was pretty much it from the offense. Really rough start by Tanaka. Once again, if your starting pitcher gives up 6 runs, it's really hard to win ball games. The offense had a chance in that 7th inning to score. Couldn't get the job done. And in the 8th and 9th inning, the Rays pitchers pretty much dominated the Yankees. Nick Anderson made the Yankees batters look silly in that inning. Hicks did work a good at bat, but he ended up popping out to center field, and then he got the final 2 outs with ease. And then in the 9th inning, was it Curtis who pitched? I'm not sure who pitched for the Rays in the 9th, but he locked the Yankees down, and the Rays won the ballgame 6-3. He actually wasn't easy for him. It was Rowe. Chaz Rowe came in, and he actually walks Mike Tauchman to lead. He hits Mike Tauchman on a 0-2 pitch. He ends up hitting Mike Tauchman. Then Clint Frazier rips the ball to third base. It's snagged by Yoshi Satsugo, and then Mike Tauchman's gunned out at first base. There's 2 away. Yankees are down to their final out. Miguel Andujar works a good at bat. He works a 2-out walk, but then he moves up to second on the defensive indifference. Then Tyler Wade flies out to the warning track, and the Rays win the ballgame 6-3. So not much out of the Yankees offense. I know the Rays bullpen's really good. It might be the best bullpen in baseball. They have a really good bullpen, but I expect them to score in the bases loaded with 1 out in the 7th inning in a big game. I expected the Yankees to score there, and the Yankees could not get the job done. So as they lose the game to the Tampa Bay Rays 6-3, that big opportunity in the 7th inning, they had a chance to make a comeback, and they couldn't get the job done. And a really rough outing by Tanaka. But I thought the bullpen does a good job. Nick Nelson looked nasty. Cessa did a really good job. But overall, bad starting pitching and, failed with runners in scoring position. You can't win ball games, when you do stuff like that. But positives to take out of this game: Gary Sanchez hits a home run. Luke Voigt stays hot. He hits another 2-run home run. Luke Voigt's been on fire of late. He does a really good job tonight. I think he gets 2 hits in this ball game. Gary Sanchez hits a home run, although he did have a wild pitch in that 4th inning. And so technically Tanaka had 5 earned runs, but Sanchez did have a ball go past him in the 4th inning, a ball he should have blocked. He's got to get in front of the ball. He's got to get dirty and block the ball. You can't just backhand it. He's got to get, he's really lazy behind the plate. He's got to get down, put your body in front of it, and block the ball. Sanchez really didn't do that, and it caused a run to score. So it probably should have been 5-3 instead of 6-3. But if Sanchez would have blocked the ball, it would have been 5-3 instead of 6-3. But whatever. Sanchez has got to work on his defense, because he said, as Yankee fans, we continue to think that he's going to improve, and he really hasn't shown any signs of improvement every single season. So Sanchez has got to do something to work on his defense, because he's got to get, in front of the ball, block the ball, get down and dirty and block the ball. He really hasn't been doing that. He's got to start doing that, or the Yankees are gonna, teams are gonna score a lot more runs if Sanchez doesn't start doing that. But Sanchez does hit a home run, so I'll give him a little bit of a pass. But really bad job by Gary Sanchez defensively. So kind of a blank game. We were down 5-0 early. I didn't really have a lot of confidence that the Yankees were going to win. When the bases loaded, when there was bases loaded in the 7th inning with 1 out, I thought the Yankees had a chance of making a comeback, but they didn't get the job done. Castillo gets the job as the Rays beat the Yankees 6-3. The Rays are 4-1 against the Yankees. The Rays have played really well. The Yankees won game. It was a 7-inning game where they won 8-4. The Yankees have not played well against this team, and if the Yankees want to win this division, they got to learn how to beat the Rays. And let's hope the Yankees can bounce back with Garrett Cole on the mound tomorrow. Let's hope the Yankees can win the next 2 against the Tampa Bay Rays, because it would be really nice. We need to win these next 2 games, or the Rays are going to make a huge comeback to this division. I think we're up 2.5. So if the Rays win say the Rays win 2 out of 3 in this series, they win 1 of the next 2 games. They're a game up. They're a game out of the division. We want to blow out this division. We got to beat teams like the Rays, and the Yankees have not done that so far. Let's see if the Yankees can get the job done tonight against the Rays, as Garrett Cole gets the hill against Tyler Glasnow. And Glasnow's off to a really rough start. He has an ERA over 7. The Yankees pounded Glasnow the last time they faced him at Tropicana Field. Let's hope the Yankees can do the same. I think it was actually the same matchup in that first game of the doubleheader. I think it was Garrett Cole against Glasnow. So let's hope the Yankees can do the same thing they did in that game 1 of the doubleheader last week. Let's hope the Yankees can return the favor and beat the Tampa Bay Rays tonight. As the games, it's going to be a 7:05 first pitch. Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, second game of this 3-game series as Garrett Cole gets the hill against Glasnow. Garrett Cole looks to stay undefeated as a New York Yankee. He's been 4-0. Garrett Cole's been phenomenal for the Yankees as he goes up against Glasnow, who has an ERA over 7. Let's hope the Yankees can split even up the series tonight against the Rays, as they had a really tough loss last night as they lost 6-3. So that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to stay tuned for I have a Giants training camp video coming out right after this, so make sure to stay tuned for that video. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you didn't really enjoy that Yankee game last night, drop a like if you were very disappointed by that Yankee game, and you can drop a comment if you want. We can talk about last night's game. I definitely appreciate it if you dropped a comment and dropped a like. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Let's go, Yankees.